Hey everyone, today I'm going to review the iPhone 12 Pro Max after using it for more than 2 months. My review will be from the perspective of someone who makes a lot of videos. So I make art instructional videos like drawing tutorials. I also make outdoor videos. Previously, I was using the iPhone 11 Pro Max, so I upgraded to this. So in my review, I will talk about whether or not it's worth the upgrade from the 11 Pro Max to this, and whether or not this itself is worth the money. My review will focus a lot on the video making capabilities of this phone. Just to give you the bottom line up front, if you are currently using the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is the previous model, and you are thinking of upgrading to this, the 12 Pro Max, it is not worth the money because you have to sell the previous phone at a loss, and then you have to spend money to upgrade to this for benefits and improvements that you may or may not experience. I mean, this phone has better specifications, yes. It is an improvement over the previous model, yes, but I don't think it's worth the loss that you have to make for selling the previous phone, because the iPhone 11 Pro Max is a fantastic phone. In fact, at the time of this review, since the new phone is out, if you can still buy the 11 Pro Max, which should be discounted, if you can find that phone at a good price, the 11 Pro Max will be more worth the money compared to the 12 Pro Max, for the reasons that I'm going to explain to you in this video. Alright, that's the bottom line. If you're coming in as a new iPhone user, then yes, it's probably worth the money, but again, that's really subjective. Okay, in terms of the look and design, the build quality, 5 out of 5 stars. It's running iOS 14 currently. iOS versus Android. Personally, for me, anything the iPhone can do, the Android can do as well. The main reason why I bought this phone is actually because of the video recording capabilities. I do a lot of video recording outdoors, and usually I would bring along my mirrorless camera, and as you can see, this thing here is so big, so heavy. So last year, in 2020, I actually made more videos outdoors using the iPhone 11 Pro Max compared to this camera. But this year, after upgrading to the 12 Pro Max, I've already made a few videos using this phone. I will be switching back to using this camera, but I will be switching out this lens because this lens is too heavy. So I will be switching to a smaller lens combined with this body to make my outdoor videos rather than use this phone, because this phone has a tendency to overheat. So here in Singapore, the outdoor temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius to 33 or 34 degrees Celsius. When I open the Moment video recording app to record videos outdoors. By the way, let me just put this case on. I've already dropped my phone a few times, so I do recommend you get a case for your phone, regardless of which phone you get. So usually I have the phone on this Manfrotto phone clamp holder thing, and this will be on the tripod. So I will set this phone on a tripod to record what I am drawing on location. And this phone will overheat in like 5 minutes or so. And when it overheats, this is how the phone looks like. And it will take some time for it to cool down. How much time it takes to cool down? I would say maybe 20 to 30 minutes. So for 20 and 30 minutes, you're going to be using a phone like this, and as you can see, you can barely see anything. The overheating problem only happens when I set the phone to record non-stop videos for an extended period of time when I am outdoors. If I'm just using the phone to record videos 2-3 minutes and pause, and then record another 2-3 minutes and continue like that, there's not going to be any overheating. But once I set the phone on a tripod to record for long periods of time, it will overheat all the time when I'm outdoors. But the thing is, with the 11 Pro Max, I never had any issues with overheating. So with the 12 Pro Max, which is supposed to have a better processor, a more efficient processor, the A14 Bionic chip, it still overheats. The overheating problem is why I will be switching back to using this big camera this year. I am not the only person with this overheating problem. There are people online on forums complaining about this problem as well, but there are also many people, like way more people, who don't have the overheating problem. The camera system is supposed to be better, and it is better under certain situations. Let me talk about photo taking first. So all the three cameras can now be used with night mode, which is great. And when taking photos using the night mode feature, it takes less time, which is also great because the more time you have to spend holding the camera, you can introduce camera shake and your photo will become blurred. One noticeable improvement is with the ultra wide angle lens. The ultra wide angle lens distortion is now much better. The image quality for the standard main lens and the telephoto lens, to me, they are the same as the previous model, which is to say that the image quality is very good, still very good. The main camera on the iPhone 12 Pro Max uses sensor shift technology to stabilize the image and also videos. The other iPhone 12 models and the previous iPhone 11 models, they use lens stabilization. To me, there is no visible difference between the effectiveness of the lens stabilization versus sensor stabilization. And now let's talk about recording videos using the camera system. The main camera performs really well when it comes to recording videos. The stabilization is fantastic, as good as the previous iPhone 11 Pro Max. But the main improvement here is because it has a larger aperture, so now it can record better video, as in videos with better image quality under more challenging light conditions, mostly recording videos under low light conditions. You will get brighter videos, and not just that, you also get better image quality. So that is one area where I notice a good improvement. As for the ultra wide angle lens, you are going to see a lot of pixelation, JPEG type of artifacts when you are recording video. And with the telephoto lens, the video quality is also not good. Anyway, when it comes to recording videos under challenging low light conditions, the ultra wide and the telephoto lens, they will not give you good video quality. All right, so if you want good video quality when filming, when recording under low light conditions, it's best to use the main camera with the larger aperture. Under good lighting conditions, yeah, sure, you can get very good video quality, but under challenging lighting conditions, you will see significant drop in the video quality, and you will have to be forced to use the main camera. Even with the main camera, sometimes you may notice the video quality issues. The audio quality from the audio recorded using the built-in mics on the phone is actually quite good. However, when I'm using the phone outdoors, I always connect it to this wireless receiver. This is the Ceremonic Blink 500. I have to use this together with this transmitter that I connect to a Lavia mic, because no matter how good the built-in mics are, it is not going to match the audio quality from a Lavia mic. So whenever I'm outdoors making my vlogs, I use this setup rather than the built-in mics. Is this phone too big? Well, it is a big phone. When it comes to typing messages, I definitely have to use two hands. And when I'm on the train, when I'm holding the grab bar and using my phone with one hand, I'm using it with some difficulty. So yes, this is a big phone. The main reason why I've decided to buy this Max version versus the non-Max version is because it has a larger battery capacity. The battery life for this is about 1.5 days, which is actually shorter compared to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which can last for 1.5 to 2 days. I do notice that I have to charge the battery on this phone more frequently compared to the 11 Pro Max. Having said that, the battery life of the iPhone 12 Pro Max is still pretty good, just not as good compared to the 11 Pro Max. When I'm outdoors recording videos and the phone is on a tripod, which means I will be recording for extended periods of time, I would actually just turn off the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, turn off basically any wireless connection, and I will also reduce the brightness so that the battery can last longer. And when I do all that, the battery can drain 80% with 4 hours of usage. So that is actually not bad. That's actually quite good because I don't usually record like 4 hours non-stop. So that's actually pretty good battery life. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has 6 gigs of RAM compared to the 4 gigs on the 11 Pro Max. I did not notice any significant difference between 6 gigs versus 4 gigs. Some of the web pages that I have left in the background for a long time, some of them still have to reload. Some of the apps that are in the background, when I open the app again, they also have to reload, so it's not like they are stored in the RAM or anything. Personally for me, I just don't notice any difference between the 4 gigs versus 6 gigs because RAM management on iOS it's pretty good even with the previous model. Oh, one area where the extra RAM may have helped me is when it comes to exporting the time-lapse videos that I have recorded using the Moment app. So when I select a time-lapse video here and export, I have all these settings that I have to choose. With the 11 Pro Max, there is a high chance of the app crashing during the export, but now I notice that there are just way fewer crashes. So that is great. This is a typical time-lapse video that I record with the phone on a tripod when I am sketching outdoors. The time-lapse video quality is excellent when you are recording with the Moment app because it's actually a string of JPEG images that are combined to make the video. It's not the time-lapse recording feature from the iPhone's camera app. And because the phone takes really good photos, that's why you get really high quality time-lapse videos when you're using the Moment app. Many YouTubers rave about the video recording ability of the iPhone, but if you actually take a look at the other videos that those creators make, except for the phone review videos, you will see that most of the other videos, they were actually recorded with a proper camera. And you can tell because of the blurred background that's created by the larger aperture of a proper camera lens. So most of those creators, they don't use mobile phones like this to make videos. Even when they are outdoors, they still prefer to bring the chunky camera because of the much better image quality. So there is definitely still some limitations when it comes to making videos with a mobile smartphone. But the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the other iPhone 12 models, they are very capable of phones, just that those are some of the limitations you must take note of if you want to use a mobile phone as your main video recording device. Alright, just to conclude, the video recording capabilities of the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it is really good. The only issue is with overheating under certain conditions. If you are not going to be recording a lot of videos, you can actually just go with any other phone. A lot of phones out there, competing models from Samsung, Xiaomi, Vivo, or whatever brands that are out there. Many of those brands take really good photos as well. The main reason why I buy the iPhone is because it does seem to me that the video recording capabilities, more specifically the handheld video recording capabilities, it's slightly better compared to other brands. But if making videos is not your main thing, you can actually save a lot of money just by going with other brands. So is this an upgrade for me coming from an iPhone 11 Pro Max user? I have mixed feelings because I sold the other phone, the earlier phone, at a loss to buy this new phone, which is an expensive phone, and I have to deal with the overheating issues, which is extremely irritating, which is so irritating that it has forced me to switch back to using this camera, to bring this camera outdoors to make my outdoor videos. So yeah, you can decide whether or not this is worth your money.
Where's mommy? Quickly go and find. Huh?